For all of you coming from Hendrik's video, I just want to say a big thank you, and I'm really excited to go more in depth on the strategy that I went a little bit in depth on his video. And I just want to get a few things out of the way is that my channel is not a business entertainment channel. I'm here to teach you guys real strategies that have generated over $2.1 million using influencer traffic with YouTube, selling agency services that I've partnered with. And this video is not going to be super long. And if you guys are actually serious about scaling your agency, stop acting like a content consumer and watch the whole video and take action on this strategy before it becomes saturated by all the action takers, because there's only so many influencers in the niche, and once people take them, it's pretty much a wrap. And now I know a lot of you have questions regarding a lot of the strategies that I went over in the Henrik video, and I wasn't able to go super in depth on them because, that would be like a 3-hour long video. And so we're going to keep all these videos, and this video specifically, extremely action-based. And first, we're going to go over the beginning of the strategy that I implemented with one of my clients' agencies that generated over 14.6K in a day. And they only had a little over 700 YouTube subscribers and just a little over 1,000 Facebook group members. So it's really powerful stuff that no one talks about, that no one knows about. So be sure to watch the whole video and start taking action on the strategy. And just know that after you watch this video, you can actually text the number in the description and you're able to get the exact influencer reach out scripts that I use for reaching out to the YouTube influencers to initially get the deals going. Because if you can't get in contact with them, the strategy it wouldn't mean anything anyway. And along with getting the scripts, you guys are also able to ask me direct questions regarding this video or the strategy as a whole, and I'll be able to get back to you. And the number is 724-948-1058. And like, what person do you know that has generated multiple 7 figures with proof that you can text and ask specific questions? None. So hop in there. I'm dropping daily value bombs regarding this strategy and other agency scaling strats that no one else is talking about, because quite frankly, from seeing the space, no one has actually been able to scale an agency. Not many people have been able to scale an agency to the point that I have. All right, now I'm gonna hop in my laptop and I'm gonna go over to the beginning parts of this strategy. So I'm gonna see you there.
Okay, so the first part to this strategy is being able to find the YouTube channels to run. And so before I scaled one of the agencies that I was partnered with, Viral Ecom Ads, I started with an influencer who was under 30K subscribers, and he was making a few thousand views of videos. Sometimes his videos would pop off and make like 10 or 15K views, but they were typically in the couple thousand view range. And that's who I started with, because obviously you don't want to go to the biggest guy and take a huge risk on, say, thousands of dollars in ad spend. You want to test it with people who are posting the same content as the big people are, but they're just smaller communities. And so that's where you'd want to start to obviously stay, not spending a lot of money and being able to see what the results are like and what can be compared to if you ran a bigger page. And then the first question, and this is the thing I want to get out of the way, if you guys don't already have your niche, if you already have your niche, you can ignore this. If you don't have your niche, you want to go into a niche where you can reach either salespeople who are in a position to pay for inbound leads or the direct business owners. The only problem when you're working in a niche where you'll be working with salespeople who are paying for their own leads is obviously a lot of salespeople in that situation, maybe watching those videos, are making a lot of money, but there's definitely a group of people in there who are doing decent for themselves and they want to scale. So it's either salespeople who are in a position to pay for inbound leads or the direct business owners. Okay, and then I would say the next question would be, how do I know if they are good to run? And I would say if they're posting niche content who only your target audience would be watching. So for example, when I scaled the first agency, Viral Ecom Ads, who I was partnered with, I was looking up stuff like Shopify dropshipping Facebook ads tutorial because it goes niche in. If people are wanting to run Facebook ads, they're obviously using video ads to do that. And that's where you're able to get a more targeted audience of people who would be interested in the service that you offer. And then obviously the next part that comes up is, how do I come up with keywords? So let's just say, you take your niche. So for example, mine in the beginning was Shopify dropshipping. Then, say adding how to run Facebook ads for a Shopify dropshipping store. And then you'll see a bunch of different titles, and then you can actually add those keywords in those titles to do further research. Let's say, for example, if I just look up that keyword and then I find the specific video with that keyword title. But let's just say another video is, like a 100K case study with Facebook ads. So that opens up another avenue of different types of channels that you're able to find. And I just wanted to add that I've basically fully scaled the Shopify dropshipping niche for what it's worth. It's basically it was one of the niches that I scaled the most in, and I'm just using this as an example. To be honest, like when I say I'm not recommending to do it, I'm not just saying because I'm scaling agency in there and I'm worried about you guys taking them. Not that at all. It's just I've already scaled the niche fully. I'm just using it as an example. Personally, I wouldn't even really recommend the dropshipping niche as much anymore. But that's just my own opinion. But I'm just using this as an example. Okay, and then once you have your keywords in and you're starting to do the research, you want to open 10 to 20 YouTube pages just in different tabs that are 30K subs or less and are also making a couple thousand views per video. And then once you have the pages open, you simply want to add them to a Google Sheet, just structured just like this: full name, YouTube link, IG link, email, reach out, number one, follow up two, three, four, and five. The follow up is so important. I've reached out, like one of the biggest influencers that I was able to get so far, who's generated over 6 figures in sales. I had to follow up with him literally 5 times for him to reach back out to me. So basically 6 emails, and then he got back to me. And it's just these people are busy, and you just have to stay persistent. It's a sales game. With the agency, it's different because when you're doing outbound, you're trying to ask people to pay you. But with influencers, you are trying to ask people if it's for you to be able to pay them. And so it's a different type of sales game, but it's still a sales game. So you have to treat it like that. Just because you're giving them money does not mean that they're going to respond, because it's just the way it is. And I'm also going to say that if outbound sales is working for you, do not stop doing that. Do never stop a flow of traffic that is converting. Obviously, I would just recommend to make sure you're doing this on the side to make a really big play with having an influencer recommend your agency and being able to start implementing this strategy, which I'm going to be going in depth on within the next couple of days and be posting consistently. Just before the video ends, just be sure to subscribe to the text list to get the scripts. So when your lists are ready, you're able to do the reach out. And the number is 724-948-1058. And then if you're outside of the US, you can DM me on Instagram to get it as well, because you won't be able to get it if you text it if you're in Europe. And the next video I'm going to be posting is the next step of my 7-figure influencer strategy. And so be sure to be looking out for that. If you guys actually want to be scaling your agency, you have to be on top of what is currently working. And I'm openly sharing strategies that are currently working at a higher level and not just some bullshit 5K a month type of thing. Be sure to subscribe, get in the text list to get the scripts. And then if you guys have any questions, you guys can obviously send me a text there and I'll be able to respond personally. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next video.